minutes time to do a demo of the backend and the Excel stuff and the web interface. One last slide before I start, just to get you a sense where we are. This is a technical slide, but I had some discussions in the break, so maybe that makes sense to bring up. So this is the Palo suite, and we will go to all of these, not all, but to the main of these components. So what we have, this is the customer's relational system layer. So here it could be a relational database, an accounting database, the CRM system, maybe only extracts. So we also get a lot of extracts from SAP R3, for example. So what we are doing, we are loading this data with Palo ETL to our in-memory cube. And that's the heart where we have the data. And this in-memory cube has multiprocessor scalability and some other nice stuff. Then we have two add-ins. We also support OpenOffice Calc. So if you're on the open source OpenOffice route, you can also use the functionality there. We are integrated into Excel to access the data sitting here. And we never go from there directly here. We can do, I'll show you some examples. It's possible, but mainly we are here. On the other side, we have the web interface. And the web interface has also different components. And for an end user, you may only see the report manager. So this guy is delivering the final reports. And if you're just an end user, you're connecting here, and that's it. But if you are an administrator, or if you're using the cloud, you may have the full fledged of components. And the newest product, you just saw it, it's the mobile stuff, which is connected directly here to the older version. So to use the iPad, we have to do some groundwork, bringing data into the cube. Yeah. The good thing is you can also start with Excel and doing data input. So you don't need to have, say, more IT-based stuff. You can also use Excel, and smaller customers are just using that one. Okay, let's change the system, and I'll sit down because I can do a little more easier here. Important to know is that we are supporting all Microsoft Excel versions. So not only the latest and greatest, but also older ones, which is quite important because a lot of customers are not moving that fast to different Excel versions. Nevertheless, I want to start with the Excel 2010 versions. Looks nicest. So here we are in Excel, which is your daily tool, I guess. And what we did, we enhanced Excel with a new ribbon. And here we have the complete functionality to access Palo and the administrative tasks. So if you are an end user, you only have these 2 or 3 buttons. So make it very easy, and the rest is not there. What you can do is you can just access the database, and I'm just using the same sales database we had on the iPad. So what we here have, we have dimensions like products, regions, month, years, data types and measures. And I want to see the products on rows and the regions on columns. And what I get is a kind of pivot table view of the data. Nothing special, but the data is coming from that database. And what you see here, these numbers are the sold units over all years of all products in Europe. That's the number what we see here, and of course we can easily filter. If I go to the years, I can say I'm interested in the year 2010, or say 2009, and I want to see the actuals. So here actual and budget, I come to the budget later on, and here's my actual number for the complete year 2009. What then I can do, I can drill down easily into more details, because we are working on dimension hierarchies. If I want to see more details, I go back again to these products. We saw them on the iPad, like stationary PCs. I'm interested into monitors, and here are my monitors I'm selling, or the desktop PCs I'm selling. Now I want to see that over Europe. I click into the regions. Or I want to see it on South, I go to the country level. And these hierarchies can be completely custom driven from your ERP system. It can be a cost center hierarchy, it can be a product hierarchy, a region hierarchy. The good thing is that I can change the view at any time. I want to see it now by month, so by calendar month. Yeah, now I have the year over the products, and I can go into the quarters very easily and see the numbers by quarters. And I can select maybe the West region, and here are the numbers for the West region. In the worst case, these are all different Excel sheets, yeah, for all of the different views of the data. You may notice already that we enhance in Excel with our own data set. Look at this. This is an Excel formula called Palo data, and it works like any other Excel formula. So it references to cells in the view. That's why our end users can start immediately and build, say, their own reports. We are in Excel, so we can use Excel functionality. Let's say I want to have a graphic. I go and insert the chart. Here's the chart, a little bit smaller, and a different style. I want to have some conditional formatting like this. Yeah, and if I change the year, I maybe created my first report. Yeah, nothing special, but you see how easy it is to reuse your Excel. Now let's go to planning. Let's change the view a little bit. I want to show you the basic planning functionality. I want to plan, and I switch to budget. And this, I show it first of all very technical, and then more business oriented. I'm more the technical guy, not the business guy. It's technical view. So I'm on the budget, and I want to go to 2012. So the new year is coming, and I want to do some planning on my stationary PCs. So I have now the region and the quarters, and I'm on the units in 2002. It's empty because it's a new year. What we can do at any time, we can write back data. So if I say in Germany I want to sell 1,000 units, I type in the data and immediately it's consolidated. So if the 1,000 on Germany is now on West and on Europe, I do a 2,000 in France, and you see the sum, it sum up immediately. Yeah? So you don't have to do these consolidation steps manually. So, and if I look at the quarters, the numbers are spread in the quarters. Yeah, I typed in something on quarter 1, but the month gets the, say, third of that number. Yeah? And you see that if I go in and say 9,000 here, immediately each month has the 3,000. This is not a typical start for planning. Yeah? You say, hey, I have my actuals from last year, and I have seasonal curves, and I want to do that as a start. So, yeah? So what you can do on the overall total of the year in Europe, I say copy the actual of, say, 2009 as a start. Now we went to the database, copied all data from 2009 in 2012. Yeah? So all the months, all the countries, everything is now, say, spreaded, we call it splashing, is now there. And now I'm the big guy. I say I want to increase my sales by 15%. I type in hash 15%, and every value is adjusted by plus 15%. The next step is maybe ask the country manager if they are okay with these numbers. Yeah, so tell them. Just send out here my numbers. So now that the planning process starts, I'll show you how we support that later. But this is this kind of what-if simulation stuff in time. And what's also important, you have to be flexible to change the structure. Think about, we want to create a subsidiary. What is missing here? In Spain we have, what's also south? Increase. Yeah? Yeah? Increase. Let's maybe south. My ERP system doesn't have any idea about Greece because it will be started next year. So the data is not there. Or I have a product, a new product which gets launched next year. I want to have some numbers and I want to type it in. It's not in the system. So we are flexible enough to go to the model of the database in Excel. We can say, let's go to the region, and just add Greece. Is it like this? Yeah. So I add an element Greece, and it's south. So get it to the south structure. Just bring it to the structure, and that's it. And if I open it up, here's Greece. Yeah, completely dynamic. And then I say, okay, Greece, maybe like Italy. Yeah, so I copy Italy. Here's Italy, and I decrease it a little bit. Yeah? They have low economy at the moment, so minus 20%. Yeah. And this, sorry?
I have a question back here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. How would you control or you just add matching to the source systems?
Very good question. Okay, yeah, very good question. Greece is coming then in 2012 into the ERP system. Yeah? And you want to combine the actuals, of course, later on. So you have to be careful how you want to add that. Yeah? There's typically an ID you may have to give, or you have an ETL process where you then match the budget to the actual. 5 bits. Yeah? So it's always like this. Yeah?
Good option.
You have to control it a little bit, and not everybody can do that. Yeah? So we are here at the power user big guy level. So not everybody is doing that. But please.
So sorry, I'm non-technical.
Yeah.
What I understood what you just said a couple minutes ago is that I enter data here or I add Greece here, just in the table model, and at some point in the future you have to put it back down in your data warehouse.
Yes.
What about if you haven't added Greece, you're just typing a number, you keep the structure all the same, but you're just putting numbers, so does that stuff work its way back down in the data warehouse, or it stays in the file as something you have to?
The numbers itself?
Yeah, the numbers themselves.
They can get back to
They'll go all the way back to the source data.
Yeah, but typically you only export the budget data because actual is already in the data warehouse. The actuals are coming from a different system, and you're not changing actuals.
But I was thinking more like forecast for the like a few months of actuals and 9 months of forecast.
Yeah.
And modify the forecast and it becomes the source data.
Yeah. Right.
Can I just say also, with this, all objects in Palo are renameable. So, for example, if you find it in your ERP, Greece's code 123, you can rename this to say 123 space Greece, for example, and you won't lose any of your data. It'll stay there. And then suddenly the system has a match when it actually loads the data layer.
Yeah. Well, please, go ahead.
Earlier you say you can control what kind of access, can control the privilege, you can have access, see on
The cell-based level control of access rights. It's a must.
How do you deal with different currencies?
Yeah, there are multiple options. So currency conversion can be done in a separate cube. There you have currency exchange rates, yeah? And then we can link these two cubes together. So there's always a local currency or a budget currency you want to type in, and you can easily do currency conversion. Okay, let's continue. And,